Hey guys, welcome back to the Life of SNR. So as you can see, for today's video it's just me. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this wasn't really a planned video. It wasn't something that I had in mind that I was going to do. It just came to my mind last night actually, to be honest. Just thinking about all the experiences we've been through and all the memories we have together and just all the things that we've been through just made me want to share with you guys some of the important things that have worked for us in our long distance relationship. So if you're new to our channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, my name is Ruby and my now fiance, his name is Selfo, and he lives in Florida and I live in North Carolina. So we have been in a long distance relationship for 3 years now and we just recently got engaged. This is our channel, that's why it's called The Life of SNR, but we also have some of our family members in it sometimes, every once in a while. But yeah, like I was saying, this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys real quick. Right now Jaylene is in her gymnastics class. That's my daughter. She takes classes every Monday. Sometimes I wait inside, sometimes I go run some errands while she's in there. And today I was like, okay, well, let me just take some time and talk to you guys about this that I've been thinking about. I just wanted to share with you guys 3 of the main things that have worked for us in our long distance relationship, just because thinking back when we first started dating, one of the things that helped me to realize that it was possible and that we could make this work was watching other videos, actually here on YouTube, about other couples going through the same thing or dealing with the same long distance relationship for a while. They were sharing the things that worked for them and the things that didn't work, and just seeing that there's other people that also have these kind of relationships just made me realize that it was possible, and that if we were willing to work on it and actually try, that we could make it. After we started dating and people began to find out, there was a lot of people that thought we wouldn't make it or that we were dumb for even trying to maintain a long distance relationship, because we are a little bit over 500 miles away from each other and we only see each other once or twice a month. So it is very hard. It has been very difficult, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work or it can't work or it's not possible. Because as long as both of you are willing to make it work, it will work regardless the distance, regardless anything. The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys that is one of the key ingredients in every relationship is communication. Number 1, communication. I know that a lot of people say that, and yeah, maybe that's something necessary in every relationship and it's not like something new that I'm sharing with you all, but the kind of communication you have with someone that's distant from you, it's not the same kind of communication you have with someone that's close to you or that you see often or every other day. It's not the same thing. You have to be able to communicate about everything and constantly. You have to communicate with them constantly. And to be honest, we have talked since the day we started talking, since we even started dating. We would talk every single day from morning till nighttime. Even if it was through text, we would text throughout the day. He would know what I was doing, I would know what he was doing, he would tell me who he's with. Till this day he still does, and that's something that I really truly admire of him. And I always tell him that too, that I don't need to know every little detail of his life, but he wants to share that with me and he's willing to tell me. Sometimes he sends me messages telling me exactly what he's doing and who he's with, and there's been times where he mentions 6, 7, 8 people that he's with at the moment, and it's not something that I've ever asked him to do or told him that I needed to know exactly who he was with. It's just something that he's always done, and I like that because I know that he's honest and that he's willing to tell me everything and he's not trying to hide anything, and he's always willing to tell me what he's doing. And the same thing with me. I never lie about what I'm doing or who I'm with or where I'm going or anything like that. I'm constantly telling him where I'm at. And like I said, it's not something that we agreed that we were gonna do, and that we said, okay, you gotta tell me all the time, you gotta let me know all the time who you're with and what you're doing because I have trust issues or something like that. No, it's nothing like that. It's just the fact that we're both willing to communicate that way and always have that in mind, to let each other know that, you know, we're okay, we're doing this, we're going here, Not just because it doesn't necessarily mean because we don't trust each other. It just means that we let each other know because we love each other and we miss each other, and we just want to feel close. And a part of feeling close is letting the other person know what you're doing and just sharing about the moment, like having that communication at all times. And be able to talk about everything and anything. I can tell him anything. It doesn't even matter if it's something embarrassing, if it's something. I can talk to him about everything. And that's the way it should be. You should be able to communicate with your significant other openly about everything, regardless of what it is. I always tell them this: even if you think it's something that's gonna make me mad or something I'm not gonna like or agree with you, just tell me. I'd rather you just tell me and be open about your feelings and everything that you want or everything that you're thinking at the moment. Just tell me everything. Like, I want to know everything about you. I want you to be honest and open about everything. And even if it's gonna make me mad, I might disagree sometimes, and I might get a little upset every once in a while over something you did or said, but it's just gonna be for like a few minutes, and then I'll get over it. So don't even worry about it. I just want you to tell me everything and know that you can trust me regardless. So yeah, that was a pretty long explanation for that first key ingredient. But like I said, I feel like it was one of the most important ones in our long distance relationship, just because if you're not open to communicating in that kind of way with your significant other, then you might not want to get in that relationship. Okay, so the second thing in our relationship has been trust. I kind of touched a little bit on that on the first one. So once again, when you first start dating that person, obviously you're gonna trust them, probably not 100% because you still don't know much about them. You're still trying to get to know them, but there's not really anything that has been keeping you from trusting that person yet, because they haven't done anything to not have your trust or to lose your trust. So the trust is already there to begin with. But a good way to maintain that trust is, like I said, communicate with them. The way that we have learned to trust each other, even when we're far apart, is, in my opinion, he might have a different opinion based on how he feels or how his trust for me is. But in my opinion, every time I start doubting or start thinking, okay, well, what if he's lying about what he's doing, or he's far away, I don't see him, so he might be telling me he's here and he's really not, or he might be doing this and he's really not. Anytime that I would have those kind of doubts, the way that I would try to forget about it and not think too much about it was praying. That's what worked for me. And that's basically in any moment in my life where I'm doubting or having any kind of trust issues, if that's what you want to call it. When you pray about it, honestly, when I pray about it, I just feel a peace that's like no other. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening in my life. It doesn't matter if it seems like the world is falling apart around me. Every time that I just pray and I tell God how I'm feeling and just telling him, I want you to handle it because I know I can't, because I'm weak, because I'm human, and I just need you to hold me and tell me that you got me and that you're gonna get me through this. Everything just seems to fall into place. And anytime that I would have those kind of doubts about our relationship, I would just pray about it and I would just tell God, okay, our relationship depends on you. It is you who decides how this ends or how this continues, or if we're meant to be or not. It is you. So just guide me, give me the wisdom I need to be able to understand what you're trying to tell me or what you're trying to show me through this, and just help us make it to where you want us to make it. So yeah, trusting a person completely, just trusting a person, period, is hard, especially in this kind of world we live in. But trusting or trying to trust someone that's hundreds and hundreds of miles away from you, it's even harder. But like I said, if you believe in God and you trust that he listens, and you have that kind of faith that he is gonna help you through anything that you're going in life, believe me, the power of prayer is amazing. And if you're just willing to let him handle it, I promise you, he will not let you down. So when it comes to trusting your significant other that's far away from you, just let God handle it, and he's gonna put a new kind of trust in you that you didn't even know you were able to have. So the last key ingredient, and pretty much all these three tie together, because like I said, it is something that people constantly talk about that you have to have in any kind of relationship. But like I said, I just wanted to share what I believe the three top key ingredients that have worked for us in our relationship. So number 3 is patience. And that, I'm going to be completely honest with you all, I do not have much of. I know that by now, like, I feel it and I see it. I have way more patience than what I had 2 years ago. When we first began dating, it was really hard to be patient and to wait and to just not know when the time was gonna come when we could see each other again. He would come, let's say, at the beginning of the month and leave. Obviously, he would only stay for a weekend or 3-4 days at most, and then he'd have to go back. He would go back not knowing when we were gonna see each other again. I wouldn't know, he wouldn't know. We just had to wait. There was just so many things that we had to figure out before we even got to a point where we said, okay, this is the weekend we're visiting each other, or you're coming down here, or I'm going up there. You know, it was so hard to be able to just be patient and wait. I just wanted to know. Once I knew, once I had a date, I felt better, because even if it was 3 weeks from now, at least I knew when we were going to get to see each other again. So the hardest part was not knowing when we were going to see each other again, when we were going to be able to do the things that we would talk on the phone about. We want to go here, we want to do this, we want to visit this place. You know, it was really hard to be patient. So once again, just praying about it has helped me a lot. I have asked God for patience for a long time, and sure enough, he has given it to me little by little, because there's just sometimes that I'm just not willing to receive that kind of patience that he's willing to give me, because he's always willing to give you anything that you ask for, but he's just not gonna put it in you. He's gonna make you go through the things that are gonna show you how to be patient, and he's gonna put situations in your life to teach you to be patient, and sometimes you're just not so good at handling it, and that has been my case. I'm still working on it. I know I still need to work a lot on my patience, but I can say I have way more patience than what I had at the beginning of our relationship. But that has been one of the key ingredients that I've noticed will definitely make your relationship a lot more easier. When you are patient and you're just willing to wait, sometimes your timing isn't the right timing. Sometimes you just gotta be willing to let God work on you. Just trust that his timing is the perfect one, and that he knows what he's doing, and just be willing to let him handle it. Whatever it is, whatever is it that you're going through, just trust that he's working on it, and that he knows best, and he knows what he's doing. And throughout these 3 years, he has showed me that being patient pays off big time. It has paid off big time in our relationship. 3 years ago, I did not think that I was going to be engaged to this man. I did not think that we were going to be here talking about wedding plans and looking at potential houses for us, talking about raising a family together. I did not think any of those things were going to be happening around this time. At some point in my life, before I even met him, I thought that was just not for me, that I was never going to be able to live that I was never going to get proposed to, that I was never going to find a man that was going to accept me the way I am and accept my daughter and love us unconditionally. I thought at some point, I really, really did believe that in my heart, that it was just not for me, that it was never going to happen, and that I just had to accept it and move on with my life and just be a single mom and deal with it, because most of the things that were happening in my life, I got myself into, so I couldn't do much about it. It was either just accepting the consequences of my actions and living with them. But God showed me that he had better plans for me, and he obviously taught me that he knew what he was doing, and that his plans were better than mine, that his timing was better than mine. And I'm just so grateful and so blessed to now be able to be experiencing everything that I thought I wasn't going to experience. And even though it's still hard, because just the whole thought about planning all of this things we need to plan while being far away from each other, it's also something else I'm praying about, because I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I know we're gonna do it, because God has everything under control. So yeah, those were just a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys about our long distance relationship and what I believe has worked for us, and just to kind of motivate anyone that's in the same situation and let y'all know that you're not alone, that there's several couples out there going through the same situation as you are, struggling to maintain that strong relation even while being far away from each other. It is possible. If you are willing to make it work, it will work, it will happen. And that's in any relationship. It doesn't matter if you see your significant other every single day. As long as both of you guys are willing to make it work, it will work. And at the end of the day, just put everything in God's hands, because He knows what He's doing, and He put that person in your life for a reason, and He's gonna bless you guys in a way that you can't even begin to imagine right now. Just be patient, communicate with your significant other about everything, and just trust God's timing and have faith that it'll all be worth it in the end. But anyways, I'm just gonna go inside now and go get Jaylene. She should be done in a couple of minutes. So that was it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't our typical vlog or challenge or, you know, kind of video that we do, but it was just something, like I said, I thought of last minute, and I just wanted to share with you guys because it's something that helped me in the past, and I'm hoping it's gonna help someone. So yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, and share, and turn on your post notifications so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. Well, that was it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.